Undoubtedly to you and yours. And I want to put a shout out to the Chinese Robin Hood and his group of merry thieves that basically did this Ponzi. And we'll talk about how this Ponzi works. I believe, I hadn't really researched it, but thinking about it, this is how I would do a Ponzi. So imagine you basically create a wallet, right? And in the code of the wallet, and you sell this shitcoin, right? This is why this is shitcoin. This is a lesson to all of you in the shitcoin market, right? Get the fuck out, because this can happen to any of these shitcoins out there built on hype and everything else. So the shitcoin goes like this, all right? This is the shitcoin Ponzi, right? So a very clever developer, my guy could do it, anything else, and says, hey, here is my shitcoin. And if you buy my shitcoin, it's going to give you a lot of shit back. I don't know. Well, just try it. Put a little money. So you build it in such a way that it automatically takes 20%, right? It has a timer of 20% return, and it will fluctuate. So imagine you put a randomizer. So you build this wallet, you build this shitcoin, just a fucking piece of smart contract. You put it up there. You put some randomizing timers. He says max 20, minimum 15, right? And you max, and it's a random time frame, and you take the data from actual markets. So you look at a whole bunch of so you basically tie those releases based on on Bitcoin, right? So it looks like it's matching Bitcoin, so you're fooling them, right? So then they put in, and it's like all of a sudden it's like boom, it's like they get a return on their investment. Because it takes 20% and it kind of pimps it out. It's like, here's the return, because it's buying its own coins, right? And driving it up. And then it keeps basically collecting 80% and using 20%, 80% using 20%, and it's kind of spreading it out, right? To a point where like everyone's going, oh my God, I'm getting all this money, and it's probably moving up, and the original guys weren't getting it, but they're already in waiting for the next pump. So it probably had some sort of buffer equation where it kept lowering or whatever. So they create this kind of thing, and then they got to $3 billion, which amount from, I think, at the top of my head, I know it was 800,000 Ethereum. And I really want to put a shout out to thank you, because it drove the price of Ethereum down to $170. And I had sold all my Ethereum a while back, and it was like, do I buy Bitcoin or do I buy Ethereum, right? I could have bought another Bitcoin, and I said, screw it. I'm gonna put half into Ethereum, half into Bitcoin, and I bought a bunch of Ethereum, and then I was able to get my Ethereum ticket. So my Ethereum tickets are going to probably be half price, because I believe Ethereum is going to hit around 400 by DevCon. I think the big bull run is going to happen by then, maybe even higher. Who knows? I think Bitcoin is going to break out in a very big way, and it's going to pull all these others up there. So I just want to put a shout out to the Robin Hood who stole and now is distributing the wealth. It's taking all these rich Chinese who've made all their money off a bubble, right? I mean, it's just fake money anyway. Think about it. It's all bubble money, right? It's all bullshit. It's all fiat currency. It's monopoly money, as my teacher, Sensei, the Moon Carl. I am a student of the Moon Carl. I was a die-hard Ethereum guy, right? Everyone who knows me knows I was a die-hard Ethereum guy. Look, I'm so die-hard. Look at this here. Look at this. DevCon 2, right? Attendee. I went to DevCon 2 in Shanghai, and and I've been involved in Ethereum since before its inception. Back when it was something called a stealth project called Small Planet, not by Vitalik, but by a guy called Matthew D. Wright, who has disappeared. I believe he's dead. I've got a bounty of 10 Ethereum, okay, or 5 Ethereum. Can't remember if it's 5 or 10 Ethereum to find him. No one can find him, right? And then because basically folks like Vitalik and Michal Lisi is taking the credit for Bitcoin Magazine. They were not the founder or creator of Bitcoin Magazine. it's like, oh, because you code on a project that you worked on, it makes you the creator, right? That's why Mihaw's the creator. The project was run by this guy. So anyway, I want to do a shout out and thank you. And I'll be at DevCon, and I want Carl to come and give a talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Reserve Fund. And I want you watching my video, right? My podcast on it, Carl. And let's talk about it, right? Let's have I want to do a podcast with you and me talking about the Bitcoin Reserve Fund and how it would work and everything else. You can interview me, you can try to rip it apart. It's a self-contained fund, autonomy-driven, money in, derivatives out, and I don't know how it can be broken, and it's run by AI, it's distributed by AI, but you can read my white paper on it, and you can read listen to my podcast. All right, too long a video.